to a lot of global diversity and inclusion officers start a conversation with Global Novations where they come to us with a similar opening statement. I'm the Chief Diversity Officer. We have a fairly robust and well-established diversity and inclusion initiative here in our domestic market. And we're really interested in taking this thing global. Now that's not new. I know that companies for years have been launching global D&I initiatives and trying to mirror what are the presenting challenging diversity issues locally in each market before they install a D&I initiative in that particular country or region. But what I've noticed is that their opening question is really around, are you qualified and capable of helping us build a global D&I initiative and rethinking and re-inaugurating our entire process as opposed to taking our current US system and taking it global. And what we're finding are some universal truths about this global D&I equation are issues around gender, generation, age, retiring workforce, work-life balance, and the like that really expose this global D&I topic to be a universal conversation. The second half of that is that for years, my experience, CEOs have been spending money in three different areas. They've been spending money on global D&I initiatives, historically for compliance and EEOC reasons in the US, but eventually to really solve for these issues around diversity and inclusion globally. They've been spending money on the different firm focused on cross-cultural competence. So what are the competencies, knowledge, skills, and attitude required to be cross-culturally fluent as you do your job anywhere in the world across nation-state difference? And then they're obviously spending money in the executive management leadership development space around developing people's competencies to be leaders and managers and get the most out of their direct reports. And it occurred to me as I engaged in conversations here at Global Novations that isn't that really one conversation that the CEO wants to have with one firm where they're really approaching this from a unified strategy. And one of the exciting approaches that we take here at Global Novations is to really look at that holistically, linked off their client's global strategy, and look to strengthen the muscle of our client organization from a set of multiple angles. For example, if you are a leader who is leading a project team on a 24/7 follow-the-sun project management cycle, you need all three muscle sets in order to pull off that objective. You need to be a leader, a manager, leading a virtual or remote team. You need to be successful at leading teams without access to 90% of the communication vehicles because you're not face-to-face with the individuals on your team. And you not only want to seek diverse by design teams so that you gain diverse perspectives, insights, and experiences, but you actually want to have an extra skill set, which is the ability to create an inclusive climate where you can hear those diverse perspectives. So in our mind, the ideal state for a super global manager with a cape on their back is the individual who's able to seek diverse by design teams, diverse by all the 50+ ways we define diverse backgrounds and experiences: function, age, gender, race, sexual orientation, nation state, educational background, rural versus urban, etc. Seek a diverse by design team, then be magical at creating an inclusive climate to hear those diverse perspectives and in a virtual or remote environment. Now think about the leader or manager of the last team that you witnessed. How many of those muscles did she or he have in terms of leading that virtual team through that project, again framed against the client's or the organization's global business strategy? So when we start thinking about building a global D&I initiative, we think about our diagnostic phase or our assessment phase where we're measuring their current state. We think about their aspirational or future desired state, where do they need to go? And we think about building a global D&I initiative, a mothership if you will, which includes the non-negotiables of the corporation's mission, vision, values, principles, guiding operating standards, as well as what is allowed to be flexibly, locally adapted for what makes sense in that market, both as the key presenting issues of global D&I in that marketplace, as well as what will play out most successfully in that local culture.